Let's welcome our special guest today, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Do.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Let me put these headphones piece by Jay.
Yeah. Little plug for the family.
For the fam.
So, K-Dot, you hang out for the hour, all right?
Yes, sir.
Deal? We got to do something called Ride or Die. It's this little thing where we test a relationship with a loved one.
Right.
So they call us. We build out like a 30-second scenario.
Okay.
And then we call their loved one and see if their loved one will drop what they're doing and come help out. Ride or die.
That's interesting.
Who's your ride or die, man?
My ride or die.
Who would you call? Backs against the wall. Top Dog doesn't count wherever he is. You can't call Top Dog. But who would you call? Drop everything and ride for Kendrick Lamar.
I call J-Rock.
J-Rock or drop whatever.
J-Rock could do that.
Come on, man. That's day one.
Yeah. I got a few, but J-Rock come to mind right now. Yeah. That's my boy.
Do. We might have to call J. We might have to call J-Rock this morning.
We might have to mess with J-Rock.
So K-Dot, we gotta get to something. Couple things off the rip. Lupe Fiasco says that Rosenberg is a nut hugger of Kendrick Lamar.
God.
Like he has been on your sack too hard, too long.
Do you see this video? Do you see when Lupe said this?
I heard about it.
I did.
What'd you say about that, man? How you feel about that?
I don't agree with that. I don't know. You just like the music, right?
I mean,
Thank you. I am a man who supports good music, and I'm going to be... A lot of people are upset that I made the right call, right? Everyone puts their money on a horse.
you think that's where the hate comes from?
Yes. I pushed all my chips in.
You put your life.
I put
your career.
I put all of my word. We talk about music, and I put my word on Kendrick, and I've been proven right so far. And it gets people tight. Now, Kendrick, you need to make me look amazing with this next album, my G.
Everything's banking on Rosenberg.
Yes.
Now, listen, I want to read you a quote I just found. My man Scott Venner, who was the musical supervisor for Entourage, and he's a big music dude with an opinion a lot of people respect, said he walked into a studio recently to hear Pharrell playing some music, and Pharrell was playing some one of your joints, and he said it was some of the craziest music he has heard in years. It reinvigorated his belief in music. Talk about some of this work you've been doing with Pharrell on this new album and people you've been working with in general.
Yeah, it was a session with me and P, and end of the session, I like to really sit back and absorb all the energy. I usually don't play records. I keep everything in-house, but majority of my focus in there, P was in there, so I decided to play one or two, and that guy Scott caught a couple records, and it's really been a process about me grabbing from these different types of inspirations that I've been, growing up off of and putting them into my own batch of hip-hop. Yeah.
Is it nerve-wracking at all for you? Like, when you came in, you're naturally a somewhat shy guy. You're not the most vocal dude at all moments, and now you are a bona fide superstar. I mean, in L.A., you're Michael Jackson. In the rest of the world, you're still...
hell, LeBron James asked you to come open up
I mean, come on.
the whole Cleveland, and set Cleveland on fire for him. They had a whole party.
How do you stay the same when your life has changed so much?
I keep genuine people around me, period. People that know who I am since day one. And, once I do that, and not get out of my own reach of comfortability, that's how I keep my sanity, period. Yep.
Were there ever moments that were weird, though, when the fame felt like too much, when you were like, this is not even, I'm not prepared for this?
Yeah, all the time. People coming to your family members and, knocking on their door looking for you. That's a whole nother a world, because we still come from a place, L.A., anywhere part of the world, you still have this sensitivity about your own space. Somebody looking at you wrong, you think it's a gang activity and you're going to react,
like
that. So when you got somebody knocking on your door, it's a whole nother situation.
Do you so Kendrick Lamar decides to channel some corrupt lines, and where Corrupt said he was the king of New York and some lines, and you put it in the Control song. And I know we're going back a little ways here, but it needs to be addressed. I just want to know, in your mind, was that like a move, a chess move, where you knew you would get that response by saying you're the king of New York and saying other MCs' names to bait them out and really set this hip-hop thing on fire, or were you just doing what Kendrick does?
I didn't think that was a big of a deal when I wrote the rhyme. A diss record is a diss record where, you
say something negative
lately
about
saying something negative about somebody, but I feel as though hip hop hasn't been, I guess it hasn't been competitive in so long. They take lines like that as a diss record.
People
and,
are hypersensitive.
Yeah. They kind of sensationalize the whole thing, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think it ended up being a great thing. It's got us in a place now where people are really, you know, trying to make more of a verse instead of just getting on a record and rapping. Since that verse, has there been anyone in particular, any names that you didn't say on that song that maybe you would add if you did it now, meaning they've become one of those dudes?
Dude.
I think, did I say him? No, I think I hit.
You know, covered everybody.
It was really just the names that came to mind. Of course, there's a lot of great artists out there doing their thing, but I can't sit down and make a whole list. It was just me writing bars. When I freehand write verses like that, it's really no me thinking about it for a day or two or even hour. It's right then and there, and that's what happened.
So Kendrick, you put out this new single, which samples the Isley Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people who love you for bars, and you know, one of the some people say the person that lyrically saved hip hop with your album, Good Kid, Mad City. They're taken aback by this single. They think it's too mainstream, too soon. Like you going pop, you going top 40 on us. Talk to us about your decision to make this your single and make this type of sound.
Yeah, you know, I think from jump, I think the classifications of music is totally twisted, because now we have a generation where you take an Isley Brothers sample, which is soul, and now, you know, we're in a world where people consider it pop, and I knew that'd come, of course, you know, but as me as a leader in music, I want to revamp that whole thing and put it back to its original origins.
We appreciate you.
And do that, you feel what I'm saying, and not be scared to step out and say, okay, this is not that, you feel me? This is black. Mm-hmm. This is soul, and y'all kids got to know this, you feel me? So my initial idea of writing this record was for two people. I hit Top Dog, see, I wrote a record for the homies that's in the penitentiary right now. And I also wrote a record for these kids that come up to my show with these slashes on their wrists, saying they don't want to live no more.
Oh, like people who cut themselves.
Yeah, it's serious. And people on the inside, they don't feel like they don't got nothing to live for. People on the outside. And I say, okay, these are my homies in the hood. If I say something this blatant, this bold, this simple, they could take reaction from that. They can lock your body, they can't trap your mind. For my homies that's in the pen. For the people that's outside, you have some way more to live for. It starts with yourself first, and you won't be thinking all this negative things that's going around in the world that's completely corrupting your brain and things like that. So that was my initial idea for the record, and that's how it's playing out today.
Yo, man, it's my favorite song right now.
Yeah, you love this song.
I've been loving this song. There was some pushback. I don't want to ask no. After he said that, I just want to play the song.
Let's play the song.
So if you haven't heard the song, and you've been somewhere and you're not sure what Kendrick Lamar is about, or maybe you've been a little standoffish to this dude because you heard about him saying he's the king of New York or whatever, I want to get this song on for y'all, because honestly, this sound in hip hop, we haven't really heard shit like this since Outkast. People who are, you know, giving you that positive vibe, positive energy, plus lyrics, plus acoustic sounds,
plus a classic soul sample again.
We could talk slick all day as rappers. That's easy to do. That's like taking the easy way out. But what are you saying though? What are you saying to you know? I don't even want to say uplift, but grab some type of inspiration. There's more people hurting than eating in this world than anything. So, you know, I love fun records. I love having fun. I love records that's on the radio, but it also needs that balance, and that's what I think I'm here for.
Man, we appreciate you.
Real
Isley
shit.
Brothers sample, positive vibes. How much Outkast was in your mind when you recorded that song? How much Andre and them was in your mind?
I don't think it was necessarily Andre, but after I wrote it, then it felt like I was like, okay.
But that's, I mean, listen, that's
Yeah.
phenomenal, because we don't get that Andre anymore. So if Kendrick's gonna give us that, I'm good.
The thing about it was really my boy Thundercat. I think that's why I got that feel to it. He plays crazy on the bass, and I guess it got similar vibes to it. You know, after I recorded, I'm like, okay, I see it's one of them natures in hip hop that hasn't been touched on in a while. You know, going back to the old feel from prior to me being born. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like when people compare you to someone, I know it's annoying for artists sometimes to have someone say, "Oh, what's it like?" But when someone says Andre 3000, that can't feel terrible.
No, I can't. You know, anybody. I didn't heard it all from the West Coast legends, but you know, it's a form of flattery because I being a student, I'm grabbing for different pieces, you know, prior to me getting here. I'm a student of the game first, and nobody can take that away from me, and I pride myself on that. So when you hear different flow patterns and things like that and concepts and stories, it all comes from those before me, nothing new under the sun. I can't really take credit, you dig what I'm saying, for what's been done and what's been put in my heart. I just want to continue it in hip-hop and not lose that value of it.
Now listen, I love Ebro said, I don't know, Rosenberg, how you're going to feel about this. I love
I knew you was going to hate, though.
No. It's amazing. Now, that being said.
See? Nah.
When do you think, and I asked Top Dog the same question, you said you want to do something different. I get that. I love it. But when are you going to make that horde? When are you going to give us that West Coast horde?
Oh, you want somebody, after all this love and I love myself, you want somebody to catch a body.
Someone's got it. When's a body being caught?
What body? How you speak of this body?
Like when are you dropping another? When's the follow up? Because I know with every joint like this, you're gonna come now with a crazy joint for all the people that doubt. When's that joint gonna come?
It might come. It might never come. I don't know. To the album go. It's really just a creative process for me, man. I really don't bank
So
off.
what we heard on Good Kid, Mad City, it sounds like what you're saying is we may not ever hear that Kendrick Lamar again.
What's that Kendrick Lamar though?
With the type of beats, the type of sounds, those boom bap drums on some of the classic West Coast influence. With
Also,
MCA.
always stay raw.
Okay,
it's gonna always stay funky. That's where I'm from. That's naturally me. I can't even run from that. It's nothing premeditated. That's just who I am.
But you know, this record feels acoustic. It feels live instruments. Where Good Kid, Mad City, a lot of it felt like some real sampled 808 production elements using drum machines and
If anything, aside from Good Kid, it probably feel even more raw because it's a little bit more dirty with the live dirty drums on it. It's not something that's contemporary with the MPC and you pressing different patterns and things like that. But we'll see how it come out. once.
I've heard good things. I heard it feels a little Section 80. I heard it feels Good Kid, Mad City, and then I hear it's got some sprinklings.
You
of
just
new.
said earlier on the show, Pharrell.
Yes,
we know for sure. How many songs from Pharrell?
Well, we went in and just did a few records. I wouldn't say what actually is on the record.
It's going to end up on it.
Yeah, so I can't say.
You don't know.
I wouldn't know.
What other producers though? I mean, anything from Dre?
Everything's really in-house. Of course, Dre. But I really stick with 4 producers that I've been working with since day one. I don't really go outside the box of that. Soundwave, Thundercat, Rocky, Tay Beast. You know, these the cats that I've been developing with since I was a teen, you feel me? So I always keep it like that and keep my sound organic as possible.
Now, speaking of cats you come up with, and speaking of catching a body.
I can tell. You can see when he's double dutching into
I
something.
know when the segue is coming up.
When are you going to go for this dude? There's a guy out there who talks smack about you every time he gets a chance. This pudgy bastard, Schoolboy Q.
Oh my goodness.
This guy is out. He's acting nuts.
Reckless, man.
He
He's
got
reckless.
a #1 album. You know he's gas. He's coming for your slot.
Yo, what about this? He tried to lose weight to look like you, my shit.
Like, when are you just gonna cut this dude's head off? Enough is enough with this Schoolboy Q.
That might be the body right there that you talking about.
Yo, exactly.
Body my own boy on the record. How would that feel?
Someone's got to put this dude in his place.
Put this dude to sleep.
Yeah.
He out here jumping on. I think I heard him on a Sam Smith record now.
Yeah.
He hanging out with R&B chicks. Tinashe.
Yeah,
this dude's out of pocket.
Q doing his thing, man. He out there. Yeah, his head big right now.
Were you proud? Were you proud of how he did?
Of course, man. Of course. I seen Q sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We ate together, with a few dollars in our pockets, just doing our thing. Top took us in and said, okay.
Take care of y'all.
Yeah. Do y'all not? It wasn't necessarily take care of y'all. Silver spoon, none of that.
But you had to
it was
work.
like work.
Yeah, you had to work.
You feel what I'm saying? And Q was one of them cats, that didn't know his full potential. He was still in the streets, while he was doing the music. So he would come to the studio here and there. So to see him go from that, you dig what I'm saying, to hop on hit records and have a #1 album, that's a blessing.
So why don't we play a Schoolboy Q record right now?
Oh man, yo,
No, because watch where I'm going. It's Kendrick Lamar's time. This is his time on Ebro in the Morning, Rosenberg, Jen from Brooklyn, and Laura Styles. But if we play a Schoolboy Q record right now,
okay,
it might tighten up Kendrick a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the next thing we see is Kendrick cutting Schoolboy
Q's head off. Yo, Q, I just want to say,
and we're gonna play Man of the Year.
Oh.
How you let him say that? How you let him say that?
Hey, yo, Q, don't think we didn't see Colin Kaepernick fumble on the last play of the game yesterday, by the way.
That's how you hurt Q. You talk about his Niners.
Yeah, exactly. We saw that fumble on the last play.
Yo, it's Hot 97. Kendrick Lamar's here. Now, Kendrick, I got to ask you this because it kind of like disappeared and nobody really talks about it. Lady Gaga, early in the game, you was transitioning, Section 80 was out, you got signed to Interscope, boom, now you're doing shows, Lady Gaga's front row. Everybody's like, yo, Lady Gaga,
Right.
Kendrick Lamar. Then I go to a listening, Top Dogs in the Room, we hear a song, Lady Gaga's on the hook. Then the album comes out, Lady Gaga's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
You hit and she caught feelings, right?
Oh,
Keep
my
it real.
goodness.
You smash, she caught feelings.
No.
You never smashed Lady
I never
Gaga.
smashed
Tongue-
Lady Gaga,
tongue kiss.
man. No.
Grab a booty.
No.
First base, titty grab.
Oh,
Give me
damn it,
something.
No, nothing.
Do something.
You really want to scoot.
Nah, Lady Gaga, she's good people, man. She really just took a liking to the music, you know.
So you could have smashed if you applied, because that's what it sounds like. Like
I never
she took a
approached her
liking
like
to
that.
the music.
She never approached me like that. She
was waiting for you.
You think so?
All you had to do was say the word.
I don't know.
Hit her with the do. She didn't do it time.
Yo, bro, shut up. You're an idiot.
My bad. So you're in town for Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, no, it's not this week, though. It is the following week.
The following
I'm
week.
gonna be here anyway because I gotta, do the rehearsal thing, and it takes a lot of preparation for them shows. People don't know behind the scenes. Yep.
Yo, this is your second appearance already on SNL?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the first one, let's talk about Ebro. Here comes the nut hugging. But let's talk about how
At least you warming up your hands, man, because you know you touch his balls when
Okay, shut up.
with your
That's too
hands
far.
cold, you cause a problem.
Now, talk about not only SNL was crazy, but what you made of the Grammys, because a lot of people could have focused on the fact that Macklemore won the Grammys, but ultimately your performance with Imagine Dragons was so amazing.
Yeah.
How did you know that performance was going to be a big deal? Because
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be ill. I'm gonna be straight up with you because we did a lot of preparation for that, and it was really one of the situations where we say, okay, who we grab that bring that same type of energy that we bring on stage, and it was them. I gotta salute them, for even coming with the congos and the drums and just rocking out with me from Mad City, So that's a whole nother element, a world that we tapped to during rehearsal. So it was like, okay, there's gonna be something.
could we see a full Imagine Dragons Kendrick Lamar tour?
I don't know. I love it though.
That would be pretty crazy.
Well, now you got your man J. Cole done jumped on a Maroon 5 record.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? He jumped on a remix. I think he feeling some type of way that you was getting.
Trying to start beef with J. Cole now.
I mean, that's what I do.
I mean, why not? Now, but I was just saying about the Grammys, it's interesting because, like Frank Ocean, for example, had his Grammys moment. No one felt his performance, and it really sent him on a sort of quiet trajectory. You ended up killing your performance, and in spite of not winning those awards we thought you would win, it still was a positive thing. Now, a lot of people made a big deal about the fact that after the Grammys, Macklemore posted your text message to him. And we talked to Macklemore the next day, and we knew his heart was sincere. Did you ever feel any way about him posting the text message or anything like that?
Yeah, I think it was uncalled for, to be 100 with you. When he sent it to me, I was like, okay, I could see him feeling that type of way because he a good dude. But I think for confirmation from the world, he probably felt like he had to put it out there, which he didn't need to do. But I don't take nothing away from him anyway because I know where his heart is at. He cool. He a cool dude, but sometimes the card folds like that when you.
Well, I think
he felt bad, man. And honestly, I don't know if a lot of people know, he came on Hot 97 before he won, and said that he thought that he was going to end up getting the award because of things that he didn't believe he deserved. And then he came back on afterwards and said the same thing again. Like he really felt like you had the best album, and I think everybody knows the politics of it, where it was just kind of like, here's this white kid who had top 40 success. So he was kind of on the radar of all the old people that vote in the Grammy Academy.
Yeah, definitely. But, it all boils down to how I feel. And, winning awards and accolades is great, but it's not confirmation of success for me. You know what I'm saying? Going out here and looking at a kid that say, this song changed my life. I was gonna do something to myself last night, you know, but I popped this tape in. That's confirmation. You know what I'm saying? So
The fact that he just said tape is why I love this guy.
real tough.
Ain't no kids popping in your tape. They didn't press up a
Yeah,
tape.
yeah. But yeah, so I look at it like that, man, and you know, gotta move on from it and continue to make music.
It can't mean, and I gotta tell you, like, I just would have trouble believing it would have affected you that much. Like, I'm sorry, when you look at the list of best rap Grammys of all time, there are a ton of huge, terrible
Don't
gaps.
you dare talk about Young MC like that. How
I mean,
dare you?
and don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the Grammys, and I think there's still really cool things about it. And the Grammy as a whole, they do some very cool
But
things
you're
for
saying
music.
Young MC was a...
Right, but some of the actual awards for rap, it's like, it is what it is.
Anything we didn't cover today, you're going to be on Saturday Night Live with Woody Harrelson. Are you going to smoke weed with Woody Harrelson? Because that's what he does.
That's what he does. I think that's the occasion. So
gotta
that may be a
burn
chance.
something.
You're an occasional smoker, right?
No.
You're a never smoker.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Ever.
No.
Drink?
Yeah, I drink a little bit.
A little bit. What's your preferred beverage?
Just wine. Like Jesus.
What about, have you ever heard of Avion and breast milk?
No.
I knew
Oh,
that
by
was
the
coming.
way, earlier today I had a 5-ouncer. I may bring a 40-ouncer of breast milk tomorrow, but today I had a 5-ouncer.
You gonna offer some to our guests?
I was gonna ask Kendrick Lamar. They say there's health benefits. Would you drink breast milk from my
I
lady?
can't do it from your lady.
Yo, he doesn't want to touch your
Yo,
ladies.
fam, I could tell Lion Babe, yo, fam, you drinking from the same breast as Kendrick Lamar? Nah,
I can't do it.
Have you ever had breast milk?
No. Oh, yeah, when I was a baby.
Yeah, he ate a lot.
The
His
child.
mom's.
I'm telling you, you probably drink regular milk.
All day.
Breast milk is
2%,
better. We're the only animal that drinks.
You actually have a point. But we weren't raised that way, so it's gonna take me
but
another
you're
20-something
a leader
years.
in the game.
Yeah, you're right.
You're supposed to. You should be on the forefront of this breast milk revolution, Kendrick.
Yes, the breast milk
What a breast
revolution.
milk? Let me see you hit the breast milk.
I already
man.
drank.
It's gone.
It's gone. I drank the
Yo,
whole
you
thing.
keep it in your
You want a
pouch,
little bit
Ebro?
left?
Really got a little
left.
bottle too.
Yes.
A little bit left. You want some?
Ebro's got his little baby bottle with the breast milk in it. You're so weird, bro.
Yeah.
You are you gonna finish it?
Oh,
just,
God.
see, it's a lot. It's too much.
I'm just saying, it's
That's
good
a
for you.
bar.
Yo, do you have any like plans for kids or anything like that on the horizon or no?
Plans for kids. I like kids. I love kids.
So one day there will be kids.
One day I want to have like 10 kids.
I like that.
Yeah, whole
Are
family.
you growing dreadlocks? What's happening?
I'm just in the studio. I don't got time to look cute.
No time for cute right now.
Yeah. There's something going on.
So you didn't have sex with Lady Gaga. You don't have kids. You want 10 kids.
Yeah.
We don't really see much of your personal life, which me as a fan of music, I appreciate that in a world where we're inundated with everyone's personal
He doesn't oversaturate us on social media at all.
That's because I'm terrible with it, truthfully. If you know me, my partner Dave know me, I can't hold my phone. I'm going to lose that. I can't grab apps and all this technology stuff. I'm just terrible with it. I'm not savvy enough to press these buttons and put Instagram right here. That's just me.
I mean, call me crazy. I just like an artist who's good at music and not an expert at Instagram. I'm sorry. I like it.
Dave, where's Top Dog? And while I got everybody in one room, we might as well have a conversation right now. Summer Jam 2015.
Oh, you start?
Top, what's this?
He's not here right now.
Oh, and the label representative comes in blocking.
See
You
how
see
exactly
that?
do
Yo,
that?
you see that?
Yeah.
Yo, you see that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, Kendrick, now you saw it. Now you know.
Now y'all can hit me with the superstar card.
Yo,
With
now
the-
you know.
okay.
The label rep blocked me from Summer Jam.
Protect our artists.
Are you saying right now, Ebro, as of
I want to know what this check needs to look like
That
this
was
year.
new. That was new right there.
what? The label stepping in?
I appreciate that one. That's
Yo,
confirmation.
Dave, what's this check look like now? I've been paying y'all since early days. I saw it from 20 to 125. I saw the trajectory. Where are we at now?
Looking.
Past 125.
We're past 125,
I
K-Dot?
mean,
We doing okay. We doing okay. Everybody's having a good time.
but there was no TDE last year on Summer Jam.
That's right. They
And
wanted to
thi-
take a year off.
And I think we can safely say that by the time Summer Jam comes around next year, your album will be out.
Yeah, definitely.
So there will be an album to
You coming to
promote.
check us or not?
I want to check y'all. Y'all want to check me?
Hold on, and
I'm ready to guarantee money right now. Your people blocking. They don't want to talk
real
to me.
quick. If you do Summer Jam, I don't want to confirm this, but can we get another Papoose appearance?
Oh,
That's not happening. Yo, fam.
Why?
I'm glad you made that choice. Yo, why would you do that?
why would I do
Why did
what?
you give him the microphone with 4 minutes left on your clock?
Bro, it was like that. That was the plan. You know what I mean? Look out for Pap and have him do his thing.
Which is why I didn't stop him.
A song is only 4 minutes long.
Exactly.
Feel me?
He gave Pap the ball. It was his ball to shoot. He shot.
He looked at the clock. He was like, all right, 4 minutes.
Damn.
Slipped Pap the mic, slipped off stage, and I was like, I saw this. I saw this.
Good-hearted folks.
But I didn't stop him. No, we didn't stop him. We let him live.
Good-hearted folks, man. That's what we about over here. That's TDE.
TDE is loyalty.
So who you gonna try to sneak on stage this time?
Man, I don't know. My little brother or something, man. He rapping now. He doing his thing.
Yo, before we let you out of here, man, really want to appreciate you coming by. I know you don't do a lot of interviews and making us one of the first.
Oh, love.
Appreciate that.
Love.
The love you showed our brother Rosenberg. You know what I mean? You and Top Dog and your whole squad for this. You know, this dude was early on your music, and I really appreciate that.
Really appreciate y'all supporting the music.
I mean, hey. Just keep making me look good.
Now, by the way, this same label rep that's blocking me from talking to Top Dog right now, Nino Cuccinello, you get your little shout out because I know your kids is probably listening. So you want your son wants to know that you're official, and your lady wants to know that you're really on the trip that you said you was going on. We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
He could tell you that early on in the game, we was a big fan. You know, when you dropped that first record with Dr. Dre, that first single, and we was there on that, and some swimming pools and everything after that. And look, I'm proud of you, man. You represent us well.
Man. That's real tough.
And I know, and I can see in your body language that you're on. It feels like you're on a mission right now, musically.
I'm glad you said that because I am. Like I'm so focused on what's need to be said and what's need to be heard, excluding what the industry standards want you to do. You know, I've sat down, you know, with folks and even sat down, looked at myself. Okay, what are you gonna be about? What are you saying? You know what I'm saying? The pedestal you're on, the place you're in, are you gonna take that opportunity you have to talk to people? Are you gonna take it for granted and take the easy way out? You know what I'm saying? And go to a hit producer or
some cliche
places, things like that, and take the easy way. No, I said, okay, this is a mission I have to accomplish, and I'm gonna do it. If it take this album, the next album, or 10 years from now.
And specifically, if you could articulate what that mission is, because you're talking about music, you're talking about saying something. So what is it that you feel is missing in the music, and what do you feel that's not being said?
Not being said, making a connection with people and showing that music is life. The things that we say on record, you know, it goes out into the street and the kids believe this stuff, man. The kids believe it.
People don't like to admit that. They want to just say it's all entertainment.
No, it ain't all entertainment at the end of the day. It sells music, but at the same time, you're affecting somebody. And I hated the word role model, but you can't run from it. Like I said, when I went out to these shows and I seen these kids saying, we live by your music and what you're talking about, that's something that you got to accept. You dig what I'm saying? So knowing that and realizing that, it got to have the balance. It got to have that balance. The same way Marvin Gaye put out there, the same way the Isley Brothers, the same way Luther. You know what I'm saying? They talked about life in real perspectives where people can actually function and feel like they have somebody they can relate to. I could sit up here and talk slick all day on record, but who's going to relate to it at the end of the day when they got to go back to this crazy world and feel like they don't love themselves enough to stay humble and not, you know, commit suicide? Who gonna make them records? Nobody. I don't see it. I don't hear it. So me being who I am and not being so much fearful of you know, what the world think or what the industry standards is, I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, the way I've been doing it, regardless. You know, we're in a world where we're in a music game where black people don't necessarily support the artists like they should.
Talk about it.
Period. And you wonder why
they don't buy the music.
They don't buy the music.
They download it for free. They don't come out to the shows sometimes.
Yeah, because we don't believe in it like we should. You wonder why country artist Taylor Swift, you dig what I'm saying, can go out here and do these numbers because they believe in it. Not even making the number game, they wholeheartely believe.
But that's what it takes for somebody to go purchase something is belief.
Yeah, exactly.
Or financially put their hard-earned money into a concert ticket, into an album, into a T-shirt, whatever. That's belief.
Exactly. And not saying just for myself, but for the other artists that's doing their thing, new artists that's coming out and have their own lane. Make that connection. Don't make it just about the money and about the dollar, or you dig what I'm saying, about how many singles you can sell, how many albums you can sell. Make the connection some way. Make people say, okay, this is hip-hop. This is our culture. We're going to stand by it. We're going to believe it, rather than jumping on the next artist when they feel like you don't have the hottest song on the radio no more. You ain't in the club no more. You dig what I'm saying?
And you were, and I commend you for it, you were never an artist who depended on radio.
No.
You were never an artist that was trying to make a club record.
No.
And I talk to artists all the time that try to fit a certain mold to find their path.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, don't do that. Just find your fan base.
Yeah, exactly.
Create your community, and everything else will come.
Exactly. It's a whole world out there, man, that believes in what you can do and what you can say and the energy you bring. You know, I'm not even just justifying myself. A lot of people have their own different nicks, and you know, you don't have to be a super lyricist or a storyteller. It can just be the energy you bring. You know what I'm saying? They believe in that. But the moment they feel like you don't believe in that no more, and you just going with the next trend, whether it's 808s or whether it's a up tempo or slow tempo,
Auto-tune or
exactly, they don't believe in you no more. You know, the culture don't believe in you no more. So stand behind what you do, and you know, the world is gonna move by it, and that's exactly how I look at it.
You want to just tell me right now that I picked it right?
How you gonna turn Kendrick Lamar's moment into you?
Kendrick, let's get out of here. That's enough.
You're quitting the show,
He
and
just
you're just
cut a
gonna.
promo on all of hip hop and explain why this is the guy.
But how did you turn it into making it about yourself?
Because that's what I do.
Yo, give it up for Kendrick Lamar, man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal conversation, man.